Neverwinter classes, are you ready for another? Roll it. With a new class coming out soon, let's take a moment to reflect on how it feels to play the classes we already got. Cryptic seems to think the game is ready for something new. Does that mean the other classes are in a good place? What's it like to actually be each class in Neverwinter? Cleric. Get ready for some healing power. Except not from the outgoing healing stat, because that doesn't really work. But your powers have healing power, except when you run out of divinity. Then you just stand there and quietly die inside while your team screams in agony and you are powerless to help them. But at least divinity regen is a stat. That doesn't help much. Well, there's always your daily, right? With Hallowed Ground, your team will probably survive, or just summon an angel in AFK. That works too. As for the rest, I hope your aim is good, because your DPS are going to be everywhere your Bastion of Health isn't. Good luck healing a rogue or a ranger. Oh yeah, and I guess you can DPS too, if you really want to. Barbarian. Listen, don't ask how holding your sword sideways blocks as much as a shield, okay? It just does. But we know you're not here for the Sentinel. You want to sprint around the battlefield and slash everything with your great sword, right? Well, invest in some caffeine pills, because that rotation is, well, let's just say it's not intellectually demanding. Great class for multitaskers. Warlock. Want to deal magical damage from a distance? Well, too bad. All your good powers are close range. I hope that robe provides a lot of protection, because you're going to have to be close enough to smell your enemies while you curse them. Also, you can have a soul puppet. Spooky. At least your healing spec is useful. So I hope you enjoy playing support. And there's some good DPSs out there too, but, you know, whatever. Fighter. The good old sword and shield. A staple of every fantasy game. You can dish out damage, you can generate threat, you can tank those heavy hits, just as long as you survive leveling up first. Good luck with that. Leveling a fighter is a bit like getting a PhD in archaeology. You spend a bunch of time inspecting the floor until finally you graduate, and you make other people inspect the floor. Ranger. How much do you love your tab key? Because to play a ranger, you're going to need to develop a very intimate relationship with that particular part of your keyboard. Cherish that key. Nurture it. Tell your tab key it's the most beautiful, most precious, most important key you've ever seen in your entire life. Then smash it over and over until carpal tunnel is a mere memory of past pain lost in the burning fire that is now your forearm. But who cares? Because as long as you mash that tab button, everything is dice. There is no alternative. No one cares about Warden. There is only tab. This is the way. Rogue. If your first character wasn't a rogue, get ready to be a little mad when you find out how much easier it is to do damage on a rogue. Look, it's not my fault you didn't start here. If you didn't want to be mad about it, you should have just played a rogue first. You should have expected our incredible damage output, 360 combat advantage, and stealth. Obviously because we're the best. And if you don't play a rogue and don't like what rogues can do, that sounds like a you problem. Paladin. You used to be overpowered and now you're okay. But that won't stop you from crying tears saltier than the Dead Sea about how badly you got nerfed. You can tank anything in the game, but let's hear that rant about the combat rework one more time, because it just never gets old. Your shield makes you essential to endgame trials, but that won't stop you from complaining about your heal loadouts. That's okay though, because none of us will ever get tired of hearing about it, as long as you'll tank one more boss. Wizard. Oh yeah, there's wizards too. I guess people still play those, huh? And it's fine. Okay, so you can't really kill things, but you can gather them up so other people can kill them. That's useful, right? And look, there's only one Paragon path, okay? Trust me. It's just better if you think of it that way. Wizards sure do look cool though, so bonus points for fashion. So if this is what Neverwinter classes are like now, what can we expect of the new class? Will it be as overpowered as the Paladins were on release, or no more useful than the Thaumaturge? Oh wait, those don't really exist. Sorry, I forgot. Will it be as challenging to play as a hunter, or as relaxing as a barbarian? We sure do need more tanks in Neverwinter, so are we going to get a druid that uses bear form to boost their HP? Are we getting a sorcerer, so wizards can be even more salty about how badly they need a rework? Are we getting an artificer to reignite the buffing meta? Will we be getting healed by Bard's magical songs? Or will monks finally bring evasion tanks into Neverwinter with their magical reflexes? Just a few more days before we find out the answer. And believe me, everyone is going to be talking about it. What do you think it's going to be? And do you think we're at the right place to have a new class? Leave your comments below. Galactic here. Peace out. Stay safe.
Carry